Hello. So, welcome to Ask Aleš. Now, I will be answering your questions you have for the next hour. During the last week, I also made a post in G2G about where you could ask in advance. So we'll go over those questions. I don't think I need introduction, but okay, I'm the man behind WikiTree Plus. So all the things in WikiTree Plus are maintained by me and developed and everything. So that's quite a few things to do for me. So maybe we can start with, okay, we can start first just to introduce just to show what WikiTree Plus is for those that didn't came across it until now. So it's a separate site where you can perform a lot of database searches based on a few factors. Most common is general searches here, where you would just search for some profiles. So I don't know, for instance, if I'm interested in last name Turtnik in Ljubljana, you just enter those in the search box, and you get all profiles on WikiTree that have Ljubljana mentioned on the profile and that have Turtnik somewhere in the name or some other data. So this is basically the other thing. Besides the general profile search, I also maintain the suggestions within the Data Doctors project. So, and here is the search to find suggestions. These suggestions are already also summarized in several reports that are available on WikiTree. But here you have a search where you can again write almost any keyword and get the related suggestions. So here, for people in Slovenia that were born in 18th century. So this is another search. Then I also have some other reports, analysis, and so on, but those are very, very detailed things. So now, if we go, questions that were asked is how to come to WikiTree Plus. So for me, it's very easy. I just open the URL, type W, and I'm there. But that's because I use it a lot. Otherwise, you will have to, for instance, from WikiTree, if you are on WikiTree Plus, let's go there. You have there are several places where WikiTree Plus is linked to WikiTree links to WikiTree Plus. So one that appears on all pages is so here, if you go to My WikiTree drop-down menu, here you have suggestions. Those will land you to my site, or if you go to the WikiTree ID menu, you also get the suggestions icon. So this will kind of get you to my site. So here you already see the results, but you can click then this image, WikiTree Plus image, and you will get to the starting page. Also on WikiTree, if you come to For instance, I don't know, let's find on all pages that are maintained by me, you have this heading at the beginning, at the top of the page. So on all suggestion reports, search, unconnected, unsourced lists, and so on, this box also appears. So here you see the image for WikiTree Plus, and it's also a clickable image. So this also gets you to the WikiTree Plus, and from here you can continue with the searches you want. Okay, so that's how to come to WikiTree. But again, once you come to this page, it's best to bookmark it, and you will have it always at hand. Now, let's go through the G2G questions. Okay, here people are asking me if I will win the lottery. Well, that would be really nice if I would. But even if I would still maintain the WikiTree Plus, because otherwise I would just be bored. But okay, that's one aspect. But if something happens to me, this is we don't really have exact plan in place for such occasion. But my brother might be able to continue to maintain at least some parts of the WikiTree Plus. So I don't know. I try to document some things if he will need that, but we'll see. Because this WikiTree Plus basically is built around our geographic information system, which we are developing. And this was just a test project at the beginning, since I wanted to see how our program works with a lot of data, but it grew into much, much more until now. So my brother would have technical knowledge to maintain it if something like unforeseen happens. You would like an idiot's guide to the WikiTree Plus. Well, I'm not very good at writing that, but if someone is interested in something like that, I could offer all the technical support to the one that would write it or record it. And I agree, this would be a very good thing for users. But I really cannot do much better than I do document on help pages most of the things that I do because that's the only way I can explain something, but I don't think I can do much better than that. Then we have some questions here. Wait, let me see that. Magic words. Well, magic words are so once you are on so how to come to the help page. So for instance, with each search you have here the question mark icon, and if you just click it, it will guide you directly to the help for that search. So this is about text search for profiles, and here is some general explanation what data on the profile is searched for. And here is a complete list of the magic words that I am using. So I don't know, if, for instance, if you write Jetcom junk in the search query, it will limit the results to profiles that have captions considered Jetcom junk by WikiTree community. So if you go to search and paste, I didn't copy it, so copy, paste, get profiles. So we will get all the profiles that have JETCOM junk on them. Now we can combine that with other words. So for instance, like England. And it will just give me the English profiles with the junk on them. So we can check on one. And here, yeah, data change, that's the heading from JETCOM that really has no value, no information that is of any value. So this is one of the sections that are considered the junk. So, and such a profile can be then cleared by AGC. Well, actually, with the new WikiTree extension, that would, I think here now the AGC cleanup should appear. So this can be a really good shortcut to cleaning up profiles. So now this, oh, it didn't remove the data change. Oh, I clicked it twice, sorry. Okay, it was partially changed already, so it wouldn't work. It doesn't work on this profile, but on many others it does. So here is a list of all magic words that can be used, and also a short explanation of them. I don't think they need much more explanation, but if something is unclear, feel free to ask in G2G or Discord or wherever you can reach me. Okay, next question. When you should, okay. Yeah. So I do have question marks. So this here you get to the beginning of the help page, and here all everything that is on WikiTree Plus is explained. So I don't know, we have reports. So first are here, for instance, we have places on WikiTree that are linking to WikiTree Plus. So it's here, it's explained those sections of WikiTree. And then there's actual reports on WikiTree Plus, and what also with some images, how it looks, and things are described more in details. So, but let's go back to those keywords. So these are keywords, and then additional to keywords, we also have kind of indexes that can be used as a search. So if I write a query like preferred name equals Aleš, so let's put this into WikiTree Plus. Search. Now if it finds 30 profiles. If I would search just for Aleš, it would find 370 profiles. The difference is that here I am searching explicit field, WikiTree field with this value. So it can be used to narrow down a search for if you are looking something in particular. Then dates, birth locations also have a lot of special cases. I mean, first you can search for each location, birth, death, or marriage locations. And then you have another keyword that is country. So you can enter the country, and only those profiles, those locations that are recognized as being in Slovenia will be found. But there is a trick behind that. I also have within WikiTree Plus, I also maintain the locations table. And here we can see here a lot of, we have all the special endings of the place as it changed throughout the history, or but actually, or in different language, but it represents the same entity. So, for instance, if I would search for Switzerland, it would, no, well, we can try it. So, country is Switzerland. So here it should also find location center in Italian or German or in different language. So, well, it should, but it doesn't. Get more profiles. Let's increase the 100 per page. I think we should get something. Okay, let's limit it to country equals Switzerland. This is not. I'm missing the Y. Okay, so for instance, now this profile doesn't have Switzerland in the location, but it was still found since Swiss is also recognized as Switzerland. So this can be very useful for finding a place with for places where the name changed during the time or are in bilingual areas or so on. So that's about the countries and locations. Then also some privacy manager. You can find manager. You can also find created by. So this is a special keyword. So you can find all profiles that were created by a certain user. So for instance, if I enter this, this will show all profiles that I actually created, even though I'm no longer, maybe they are manager and so on, but I initially created these profiles. Then you have, then it's also possible to search for domains. So you can search for, if you have some website and you want to find all other profiles that are linking to it, you can search for that domain like this. So here now we will see all profiles that are linking to WikiTree Plus. So here they are. It's how many of them? 50. That's very useful if there's some domain name change or if some data wants to be reviewed. Then you can search for categories on a profile. You can search by words. So this is just, you can just enter all the words that are within the category name and it should find it. But there is a special case, category full, that performs, that one also, for that search, the words must be also in the correct order. So by category word would find profiles are sourced, while the category full wouldn't. You have to write unsourced, and all the spaces must be replaced with underlines, and this way you create a word. So, for instance, if we search for unsourced profile, I have to add the category also the index qualifier. So this one will find all unsourced profile, but if I switch the words, it shouldn't. So in this case, we don't get anything. If we search the other index, so word, here I think it's, you have to, since there are spaces, I have to put them in the parentheses. So here it doesn't matter in which order the words are entered. So this one will work in both cases. But if we want to, because we have categories that from two words and they are just mixed, the order is mixed, but all the words are the same, and there's no way to distinguish between them other than this. So the same case is in template. So you can search the template just as words. Then full means that you have to write full template name. And there is a special case, template text, that also searches the contents of the template. So you can actually search by parameters on the template and so on. So this is added. Then also jet files, so all jetcon files are listed, are in the index, and so on. You have quite a few of those special cases. Then additional specialities are, you can search for ancestors of a person, and it will automatically, so for instance, I can search for my ancestors. We have 68 of them, but I'm interested only in those that are in Ljubljana. So and now these 86 profiles are and I get only 33 profiles that have Ljubljana in location or in category or so, and so on. So this is, here you can search just the ancestors of a person or descendants and cross search that with, I don't know, jetcom junk or whatever you wish. Then one of the latest edition is also subcategory search. So I can get all the profiles that are under a certain category. So where we can have a look of that on, okay, let's go to categories, no. And we should have cemeteries, for instance, here. And let's select North America, United States. Let's go to Ohio, for instance. So we have here 88 cemetery categories. These are still the counties. And then within county, we have additionally a few hundred cemeteries, and then within which cemetery profiles. So for instance, if we want to find all Ohio cemetery, search for profiles in all Ohio, all cemeteries in Ohio, we would just write here subcat equals Ohio cemeteries. Okay, this will give me, with number 1, this will give me results just for 1 level. Then we can go further to 2 levels of cemeteries, and since here it's probably much more of them. So we have 44,000 profiles are categorized under the Ohio cemeteries category. You can do same for locations or any other category on WikiTree. we can probably go also to third level. Now we have 44,000. It stays the same because this is generally just three level structure. So those are the cemeteries. So that's one of the latest addition. And that's generally it. You can within the search query you can just write words, and the spaces between words represent the and qualifier. But you can also use not and or qualifiers, so that you can search for cemeteries. So, for instance, we can. Now we found Ohio cemeteries, but we don't want the unsourced one. So now it will exclude the profiles that have unsourced on them from the search results. So this will be reduced very little. Interesting, I expect. Well, obviously most of them are sourced. Or you can cross-search that with unsourced, and these are those 7 profiles. Another interesting thing here is that once you have any search results, you can then go and check the suggestions on those results. So this will actually do the suggestion search on these 7 profiles that we found previously, and it found and only one suggestion was found on them. And the other possibility that we can do here is display on WikiTree Plus map, because I also have the map of any search result can be displayed on a map. So here we can see these 7 profiles. Now, let's change the language, so you will to English. Okay, so first you have to, now we don't see everything. Here in layers, you can turn on and off what is displayed. So now I turned on migration lines, and here we can see, so for each person where they were born and where they died. So Anna Keim was born in Pennsylvania and migrated to Ohio, and that's visible on the map, and so on. This can be very interesting pictures. For instance, if you do a map of all profiles on a cemetery and so on, you will see that most of them will die near the cemetery, at least hundreds of years ago. But you can also see the migrations from Europe to America and others. Here, this map is, here you have really, again, many more possibilities. So you can here search ancestors, descendants of a person, nuclear family of a person, category, so for category, or all profiles using certain template, or this is generic search, when you can enter anything that you enter in WikiTree Plus. And you will get those results. So if we find all Alešes, will it? Nope. Did I do something wrong? Search. So these are the 311 profiles that I previously found, and we can see where all those, obviously a lot of L's are. here. So this, and if you click on the map here on the right, you get the information about the profile that you clicked. Now, as you zoom in, you get also the names are written on the map. If you zoom further, then also birth and death locations are written. So here we have a few more people. So here we have a lot of, and we see they were born in England, and that's all the information available. Now, if the location would be more precise, it would be mapped to the exact locations. So, for instance, Brighton, Northamptonshire, England. So this is red is birthplace and blue is death place. So you can see the map and how people migrated from search result. Then when once you click on a person, you can follow that person. Oops, I didn't click on it. So here you can display this person on WikiTree, so it will just jump to the profile, or you can show the ancestors of this person on a map. So new map is created for ancestors of Aleš, and now, okay, only one is displayed. Cool. Maybe we can do descendants. Okay, now we have 4 profiles. So we get descendants of this person are displayed on the map and where they migrated. And also you can display nuclear family. So this is the one section of the mapping possibilities. Then here you also have a few other groups. So we can look into cemeteries. Now this option displays all the cemeteries where they that all the cemeteries that are entered using category info box. So we can here see layers. So okay, I don't want color. No, these are locations, cemeteries. Okay, I can just display the cemeteries without coloring. So here we have them. I think the size of the circle represents the number of people on a cemetery. So this one is obviously bigger one. Again, clicking on it will bring you all the information in category info box. You can view it on WikiTree, or you can view the profiles that link to this, that are in this categorized in this cemetery. Then I have a few special options, so you can color them by parent. So these are all in OVSL. These are all OVSL cemeteries with blue line and so on. This is very good to spot the mistakes. So here we see that from this green group, a line is drawn to this island. So obviously here is some error. The most likely the parent category for this cemetery is wrong. I think we should have 2 cemeteries here. And this one is Friesland, but is placed. I don't know which one is now wrong. So this is, those are Gelderland. So green one is Gelderland, and this one is wrong. So if the location of this cemetery is correct, then the parent is wrong, or the location coordinate can be wrong. So this needs to be investigated in detail and corrected. So this is, you can also color cemeteries by grandparents. So here they're grouped by country, or by parent ANA. This is additional field in case of double categorization. And also you can do colors by location, where all in the same location are connected between them. Now this is partially dependent of the how the location structure is implemented in certain areas of the world, but this can also show all the problems in data. So this, you can watch cemeteries like this, same for location, category info boxes. So here, I think this one was not, here are more errors, but still you can see some patterns emerging. So here are the locations, but one is correct. This one is probably wrong. Okay, let's leave the maps for now. Another possibility of displaying details is here you can, in each search result, you have a person, and then you have here links to so to the map of nuclear family is the first pin. The second pin is map of ancestors and the map of the descendants. But in front, we also have three options, and this one displays slightly different view. This one shows the family, so in center is the person that we clicked on, and it shows here on the right are siblings. So these are his siblings, and you can see up, these are parents. So this is father and father's parents also. On the other side is mother and mother's parents. And then also you get all the spouses and the children of the person here below. And all these bars are displayed, so the years, birth and death years are displayed as they actually are, unless there is unless the date is not known, and in that case you get the question marks here at the bottom of the bar, or at the top, depends what's missing. So here is another way to investigate a family. Now we can go to this person, and here you can also follow that person. Now we will have the father in the center of the graph, and these are his children and parents and so on. So you can follow this way around the family tree as you wish. So we can move into previous centuries. So we are now at 1500 and so on. So this is another way to examine a family, and it's useful to see if some dates are missing. Okay. That was a lot about WikiTree Plus. I could go on, but maybe there are some questions. Or did we finish the G2G1? If you could link it to Google Maps, you could see it. This is awesome. What's the great day this has been for me. Yeah. To Google Maps. So here on Maps, we have a few backgrounds possible. So, but all of the backgrounds are based on OpenStreetMap, since those data is free. So here in layers, you have background layer. So you actually, you can use Stamen map. That is maybe nice to see, but you don't get much of the details out of it. You can use OpenStreetMap as a background. You can also set the transparency so it's stronger, or Google Maps. So these are the built-in possibilities. I don't know, we could add some other layers, but we are not that interested in the image. The data is what's important. The location table. Now here, location table is important for placing a profile on a map, since we can have historic location entered, and if here certain location is recognized as, I don't know, for instance, Kaisertum Österreich is known as Austrian Empire, and I know generally which location that means. So if the location, now if you search for this, now we have, so this is a place, region, and the country at the time. But Google probably doesn't understand this country, or and actually any other, most of the other search engines fail here. So they don't know that, but we do. And we, since we identified this as Österreich, as Austria, and then I do further precision search. I searched for Tyrol in Österreich, and then the Utenheim within Tyrol. So it does, from the table, the table compensates for the different endings that depends on the time and place. And then the rest are usually the same, didn't change that much, and are found those, and then those locations are found to the actual place. So if we go to this person's nuclear family, for instance, so that was Barbara Joas. So here is the Barbara, and all of the, so here a few different places are Wirschbach, Tirol is all recognized here. And if we here, if in layers under geography, here are additional info. Here you can see, here you can examine how locations are found. So these are locations from geonames, I think, mostly, but also from townlands. For Ireland, they're from townlands, i.e., since they have very specific region that didn't yield good results in geonames database. So here we have places, and okay, this is just, so now we see this was just geolocated to the Tyrol. The Firschach wasn't actually recognized. Now I would need to examine why into details, but obviously there is no such place in geonames database. That's the only possible explanation. I would need to look into details, but usually we, and here you can see all the variations that were now when you have the places turned on, or actually, I think it's this one with the circle. Now, if you click in the middle of the circle, you will get that location and the information of that location and all the variations that were recognized as this location. So sometimes the list can be long, especially if you click on a region or something like that. Let's go to a smaller place. For instance, okay, Innsbruck is a so these are all the locations, so these are all the locations that were recognized as Innsbruck. So and here you can see Österreich, Ungarn, so from the 18th century, Österreich in late 20th century, Heiliges Römisches Reich, so different endings that Innsbruck used to have in the history during the history. So here you can examine this information, and it's also helpful for me when I'm debugging something, why certain location is not placed where it should be. Yes, the locations for regions and countries. So if only the country is entered, or even if in case the rest of the location is not recognized, it is drawn. It is displayed on the country point. So just a point within the country. So here in Austria, if we look at this. Now here we will see all the location. If you click here, I'll get a list of all the locations that were not that are most likely Austria, but are not. But the further part of location is not recognized. So, for instance, here we see that Bohemia is not recognized, Galicia. Banat, these are some regions. I don't know if this is really the correct forum, because Banat was part of Österreich-Ungarn monarchy, so I don't think this is correctly written, but I could be wrong. I mean, I live nearby, so this is part of my history. So here you can, and all these locations, so Novo Mesto, yeah, right, it's not Kaisertum. All these locations are actually mapped here. Now with the improvement to the locations table, some of these locations would go to the actually to the correct place where they belong. But that's a thing that needs to be done. I mean, that can be done automatically. So in Slovenia, we have also various variation of locations. So during the history, and where that is drawn. Okay, so to search all data changes in my watch list, how would I execute the search? Watch list is something that I used initially years ago. I used to recognize the watch list, but I discontinued that practice. So I no longer support the watch list search, but I do support the managed list search. So the profiles that you are managing. There is a slight difference. You can just be on a watch list of a profile to be notified of the changes there, or you can be a manager of the profiles. If you mostly these are almost the same, but for some person they do differ. So we have possibility just for managed list search. So And it's actually quite simple. You just write here your WikiTree ID. And this should generally find all profiles that you manage. So here you can see under manager, all the profiles that I'm managing are displayed. So you just enter your WikiTree ID and you'll get all the profiles. I was asked today about the how to find the managed profiles of the person that is no longer on WikiTree, or actually how to find all the created profiles of the person that are no longer in WikiTree, and those fell out of WikiTree search since we deal only with public data, not the private one. But I then found a way and do an index correction. So now you can also search for profiles that were created by a person that is no longer on WikiTree. So, but you have to know their user ID. So you just write created. So let's go to my profile and go to edit. And so this number is the important one. And now even if I wouldn't be a user, I could write the query here, create it underline and this number, and it would find all my profiles. But since I am the user, since I am in a public database of WikiTree, this doesn't work this way because you just write my WikiTree ID. So this is detail. I did document it on the help today, I think. Let's see. It should be here somewhere. Oh. I didn't click the correct search, so we go to text search. So creator, here, there is a special case if the profile was deleted or unlisted, and you write this query, such query then. But it's hard to find this ID, although WikiTree team members can usually help you with that. Okay, now WikiTree Plus was also part of trademark for WikiTree extension that is now no longer in use since we now have a new common extension. Now all extensions, or almost all extensions that were used to be on used to be for WikiTree user are now packed in one, and WikiTree Plus is just a small part of all this new extension. So those of you who were using WikiTree Plus extension should just uninstall it and install the WikiTree browser extension, the new one. And basically all the functionality is in there. So what it does, I can show you that on some profile. So here you get this additional bar. And for now, all of these options are from WikiTree Plus, but I expect other developers to add their own within this menu. So here you can add any template. So I don't know if I want to add a sticker. I think it's England one. England sticker, or you select the sticker here. Okay, select. And then you get an edit box where you can also enter parameters of the sticker. So let's say Cumberland and update. And now it's here, it added the sticker with parameter as needed. So this way you can enter to any template and also edit it afterwards. So you can you put the cursor within the template, select edit template, and you are here, and you can correct whatever you want. So, and it adds then additional parameter or removes it, or and so on. Then this is the newest addition. You can add cemetery categories. So here in the category picker, you can only search by the category name. So, but on this here, it's not limited to that. So if we search for Canada, and I don't know, Oak is a popular cemetery name. So we see this in this cemetery. No, it is on Oak Lane. Okay, maybe somewhere. Okay, this cemetery doesn't have Oak Hill in the name, as we can see. Now, if I hover over the selection, we can see here that there is also the AKA defined on the category, that is Oak Hill Cemetery. So it is found even if it's not, if the search text is not in the name. So this way we can, I didn't click. Doesn't work. Okay, it's very new option. It seems it is still buggy. Okay, so it's time. So that was it for for an hour, and see you next time.